Curious. So, money, 2 Galils, AWP, 2 AKs, 4 3D Max into their bite. Vision have been keeping it relatively spotless, so for them, they even should be good for one more buy into the next, give or take some saved guns. So we lock horns into round number 6, and an important moment indicated by that tactical timeout. They've done main lurk smoke again.
Funny.
It's a possibility off of this for Lucky to edge through into the Olaf. Oh, he's edging out here for an E-Box pick.
Yeah, peeking around his own Molotov.
Cheeky.
Very cheeky. Works out well, but hang on, Sue from the new box has done very well. Okay, incredible, impeccable from Sue.
Crispy.
Triple kill, and that's Starry, which put the cherry on top, but yeah, massive output.
Good shoot.
Spiral into 3D Max, flourishing into the A site, but puts a stop.
Okay.
Second time they've used the lurk smoke. Now the first time was probably conditioning,
Here we go.
but this time then they played off the back of it.
Very cheeky. Works out well, but hang on, Sue from the new box has done very well. Okay, incredible.
Oh shit, that's right. Forgot I even did that. How did that remind me of that? So I was checking my pecs to see if they were sore. Alright, bro, watch this.
He is alive. It's safe to assume there is going to be this
It's
same
an A-B execute. They're going to split half their players one place, take the other bomb the other place. They're not doing that.
to
So
slink
instant
through
lose.
it.
Outside defense is very weak, Alex.
Yeah, and they're trying to hit that pop split.
Oh, here comes the
Zach has been
peek. They
spotted
have
as
one,
well.
and they're gonna double peek
Called it
it.
out. They know exactly where the two of them are, but Zach
Oh,
are actually
wow.
removing Maka, getting walked on. Gravity
And then
does
the
get
camera
jump
switches
spot.
away. Yeah, I love China too.
2-on-2.
This guy's name is Amelia.
I'm trying to wrap
That's
the
pretty
camera
neat.
side. Body versus Sue. What a
Oh shit,
shot
I
that
gotta
is for
go.
Body. Save plant. Body keeps himself safe.
Thought it might have been B.
Okay, confirmation of the presence of the planter. Knows Body was Con, and Body going for the round-the-world maneuver, knowing Westmelon will completely waste time looking for him. He's no longer
Yo, what
there.
up,
Big round
G's?
from 3D Max.
Yeah, it always
Say
felt like
something,
a matter of
Michael,
time
say
until they're gonna
something.
Lose one of those, didn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, they averted the first couple, but
Wait,
this one's
what
a
did he
slip
say?
up. Puts the second round on the board.
Talk some Chinese, alright. So, Xiaowan Huang Xing Xing Shang Xing Zhang Xing 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 Xing. What? No, because Xing Shao Xing Stir Fry Wok Xing Stir Frying Xing Wok Xing. Alec? Oh yeah, he does great accents. He does great accents. Yeah, like I used to be Australian for picking up chicks, and then they get home with them, and they're like, "Yeah, you're not Australian." I guess. Yeah. It's just I don't think he can play that off though. He doesn't sound. I don't, you know.
Yeah, and even though you've got the opening kill going against you, you're destined to be hitting the B bomb side anyway, right? So if anything, it just informs you that rotation is going to be quite far away. Interesting choice being made there from Xaka with the smoke. He knows that he could overrun, can't get back in time. They're very aware of a player behind the low ramp smoke as well, so just constantly harassing and peppering. Su's in with a scout into this one. And Exorcist is already out main.
Exorcist working his magic and
Here it
press Melon! Oh, he's got it done. It should have been, could have been a lot cleaner, but first blood is found. And nice little tag on from the scout.
3 players are low.
Hit that, yeah, but an AWP and a scout. Not an ideal retake combination.
Might have to be the save.
I think you're right.
If I'm Su, I'd probably hang around and try and get something more, but he's already relinquishing control, and that's going to be 4 rounds now for the T side. So,
Stabilizing.
as far as I'm concerned, that's job done on the T half for the French. If Exorcist had died there, it might have been... Calm is not the word I'm looking for. I can't find the word, but remember Starry's miss, wrapping A on Inferno?
Yeah,
You know, then
it would have been an equivalent.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, sometimes it happens.
Sure, but I think Exorcist would definitely have felt the same way Starry did if he didn't quite convert that, especially considering the half he's had. Hasn't felt like that was his first kill, Chad. That was his first kill.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't have thought that at all. Like, it's not. I understand we haven't been saying his name a lot, but it feels like he's been doing his job.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. I mean, that's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles.
All right, well, it's these saves, which is got an eco around it from Westmelon and Starry. Starry's invested in Kevlar. So,
do you think he's just going to follow someone around? What interesting start for the B, like a B-focused start.
They're trying to set up a trap right now. But he doesn't really have too much help at the moment.
Oh, golden opportunity. Not an easy shot, but one Su would have expected himself to have hit.
All right, Starry's going to come and grab this M4. Hey, throw it down low ramp for me, would you, bud?
It's a bit awkward now.
Yeah, now I have to expose myself to grab this.
He's walking on up, and he should have it.
He's going to keep pushing. That's the bomb. Oh. Steps will have been heard running away, so Gravity knows that someone has evacuated. He's called his teammates back over, so they will be looking for a bit of a B finish by the looks of things. Maka can always come back from Pop. Or are they finishing Pop? Because Lucky's hanging around in main right now.
You might just throw out lurk smoke to try and pull someone away. Oh no, you're right.
So right now this setup from Lin Vision, look how passive it is. Amelia is literally in CT spawn. It's Connector being held super passively. Are they just playing a save again and hoping that the gamble would give them another kill in? It's hard to play for this now.
I think you're right. Perhaps just trying to ensure that the 7th they have.
Sure, it's the best of the bad situation.
Yeah. Impactful kill though, Exorcist with his 2nd. And a 5th round already, feeling pretty good about your T-side haul.
Well, you can use this moment of pause in the play to let you know what's happening. B-Stream, you can go and check out FaZe versus Virtus Pro for elimination. And if you hang around, well, up next we will bring you MOUZ versus Vitality. They're already set up on the stage, ready to go. So at the conclusion of this, we will be able to get into that one quick, smart.
Who you got taking that one, Chad?
Considering the head-to-head for the year is 8-1 in favor of Vitality, I'm going to go with Vitality.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, thank God, man. You set me up big time there. Got Flamesy standing right behind me.
Oh,
we should have put him on the mic. There's a 3rd headset, mate. If you're bored, if you want something to do...
He's got Counter-Strike to prepare for.
Okay, he's got to lock in.
Yeah, he does. It's funny, we're kind of, the casting desk has never been positioned in such a way that every team that's setting up on stage walks past us and just is here.
Kind of like, look at these clowns.
Yeah, exactly.
We're normally watching them.
Exactly,
They're watching
the
us.
roles are reversed. Last round of the defensive side. Lin Vision.
You need the 7.
You really need the 7.
For China.
On home soil, elimination in last place, not going to feel good. 3D Max have set the table to do so. And a 6-6 half would be a real condemnation for Linvision. T-side woes, we saw them on overpass, might follow them on train. Amelia, they're coming for you. Oh, he's playing a very dangerous game, but supportive flash.
Can't find
chooses
anything.
to engage. Yeah, the bullet's just shy. Not from Starry, though. He removes body, and I think they're pulling the plug. A quick pivot. Oh my God, it's wide open, Chad. They're just going to chug in. Not a single soul on the A-bomb site.
They don't have a lot of utility to restrict the rotation. That's the only positive I see for Linvision right now. How entrenched can 3D Max get?
You'd want to see some like back six, hell control, or swings on in, and Zaka tagged up by Lucky's angle. This is a big fight here, Exorcise. Starry will swing out. Actually, really nice headshots from Starry, shooting hard. Gravity though for two, gets them. Awkward now, Gravity tagged on down. Nate looks well placed. Macca's position noted, double in main, but the frag onto Soup. Has it sealed the deal? A little bit of a leg shot, penetration through the red train, minimal. Bomb's not planted for him, he could just sit it. He could just sit it, but that's what Gravity was thinking! And there it is!
Oh.
Should have time, should have time, should have time, should have time. I don't think so. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not! Oh! Linvision take the 7th! Down to the wire, he cuts it in time. Linvision holding on. Loser goes home last half.
Whatever happened to make a fool out of me? I was lost in the idea of it all. Too many years I'll be suffering here, burning down right now. And I don't know where I run to, but it could be oblivion. I dream I was making love to a
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
This is exciting.
The Running Man, only theaters November 14th.
I caught you. What are you doing up there?
Lin Vision versus 3D Max goes the distance, the third and final map, and we are into the final half. It is going to come down to this last place for the loser. 3D Max, a bit of a tailspin. Both teams going to have an extended loss streak as they hang their heads and pack their bags if they can't convert Train. 7-5, Chad. You kind of set the benchmark at 8 for Lin Vision, but a pistol could perhaps be a difference maker.
Feels like the win condition at the moment. 7-5, it's okay. I think 5 rounds on the T side of Train. 3D Max have already done the heavy lifting. Now they just need to close this one down. Pop, push, Body playing for space as well. So they currently have a lot of room over towards the box halls, but the fight's coming.
Yeah, logically sound. Body hit a couple of bangers with this P2000 on Inferno.
There'll be a flash available here. No, they've actually smoked. So Lucky could have flashed, Gravity could have swung.
Oh, this is exactly the fight Gravity's waiting for, but he doesn't have that instant lethality. It comes a little later. Quick
That
double.
a good map, 12 and 9.
Yeah, good delivery on the pistol round. Such an important round for Gravity to find that impact.
So whatever technical pistol Lin Vision had in mind will now have to be revised. 2 smokes, 2 flashes. No Kevlar on the likes of Westmelon and Amelia. It's Xhaka. We've seen his AWP, especially on Inferno. Sure, they did nothing on their T-half, but he was a difference maker for their CT side. Getting the bomb down now will be the best of this situation. Con smoke deployed. Another one trickles down the high ramp, and they're down low.
Okay, Lucky's position noted. A second fires off his shots from the con side, and they will get the bomb down.
What now?
It's going to be very important, this decision-making process, and it looks good for the CTs. Just striking in unison, you see the different elevations all at the same time. It was way too much for them to handle, and I think this is for Westmelon. Just going to have to accept that this defuse is coming through, walking and hoping that it was a bluff on that first defuse, a 10-seconder being stuck and covered nicely.
Oh.
Maka, we've seen some very sharp shooting from him on Train in the past.
Yes.
That crazy AK round is popping up into my head.
We've split the pistols on all 3 maps right now.
Really important double here from Gravity, completely ruined their plan.
He's under so much pressure as well. He's on his own, right? So very easy to just go the other way. I agree with you in terms of, you know, them being on the same page, coming through the smoke, coming over the smoke, just offering up multiple different ways to close down that man advantage. AK for Amelia, Alex.
There is something to be said about this round, clearly.
Calling the flashes.
And fighting, yeah, okay. Lucky brought to half health, but saved by Exorcise. Mantles up on the new box. Hero gun gone, hope dwindles, and a tied game. Just as 3D Max are getting comfortable, you know, on that CT side.
Now, look, that was a hero AK to try and keep the finances low. They were unable to do it, so they give the AK over, but they might still have a buy round now. And I say might because we've seen some funky buy patterns out of this one. Rocket, 3D Max, house.
Okay. So obviously, 3D Max.
I'm taking a rocket.
Home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not an airplane.
No.
But a rocket.
Yeah, because Lin Vision are going to do something out of
Send
this
them to
world
Mars.
in this half.
Their home's not Mars, though. 2 Tech 9s, 3 AKs, and a B-rush.
Just rush B. That's what they're saying. That's what they're thinking. Maka, however, is smiling. Thank you for the opportunity.
They cancel.
And Xhaka goes down.
Oh.
Feeling pretty blocked right now.
Yeah, it's an all-in call, too, because you get no space. You're now down in a 5v4. Some sharp shots on these AKs will be required to get you back in. One of the positives that you have is this limited block utility as the second last smoke has been dropped in and the last was just deployed to main by Gravity. So it's an incendiary, 2 flashes, 2 HEs. Now, if Starry can find you a pick out pop, it will be a tough clear onto Lucky, who's now actually opened up the angle. Oh, Lucky will have seen him there. Definitely heard him. They've thrown a con smoke towards B. It's already 2 players there, so it shouldn't draw another rotation. And Exorcise with all the information in the world. Yeah. The map has just become extremely small.
Yeah, 2/3 of the map no longer really a threat.
We flash, we go.
And Maka hasn't moved. Hasn't felt the need to, and brought down by Westmelon. A second from Su keeps us interested, especially now the bomb's gotten across. And another frag from Su. Impact being felt. Look at their health. This could go wrong. Gravity on that device position. Is there Westmelon for the second? No, Gravity's done so much work, and Su looking the wrong way. 3D Maxus in another big round, big smiles as well, creeping onto their face. And quite the opposite for Lin Vision as hope starting to fade.
Yeah, they get the bomb down, they have the loss bonus, so that there's something available now. Considering how the round started, it's a positive finish, but we're running out of moments to sit and go, well, that was a nice try, right? Like that. You get Su getting multiple kills on the way in, important frags. You're talking about impact, agreed, but his teammates aren't able to make good on it. It's this one here where Westmelon knows exactly where Gravity is. He's low on HP, sure, but that kill itself could have changed the dialogue.
Do you smoke a lot?
Man advantage.
Most of the time, but you don't smoke a lot, right?
Question is,
Nah. Do you smoke a lot?
when will Lin Vision get
No,
their
not at
first
all.
round in 2 maps?
Sometimes I
See that
do,
fight
but
just
not
there,
all
Alex?
the
It was
time.
2 Tech 9s and 3 AK.
Nah, you
This
never
one
smoke
is
right.
3 AKs, a Galil, and a Deagle.
Nah, once in a
Yeah,
while
well,
I've
they
done
haven't
it.
had
A full gun round.
You don't
They
smoke
haven't had a
right.
T-side AWP.
I smoke
And they've just
sometimes,
lost half of
sometimes I do
Amelia's
once
HP.
in a while, I never really do.
They've thrown out the early
Lester,
lurk.
do you smoke? Me no, never once
out
in a
deep.
blue moon I do,
Gravity ready
Colina.
for the close farthing and
Oh, perfect.
dead.
Just catches him on that oscillation of the smoke, a little exposed.
Second lurk smoke thrown.
And Exercise just gonna hoover up that space, takes position of his fallen comrade. And a silent reposition, retooling for something different for the finish.
Now, something similar happened in the FlyQuest versus 3D Max game at PGL Bucharest, where Gravity goes down with FlyQuest doing the lurk smoke. Exorcist played close and heard them rotate away. And then they gamble stack B. Well, they didn't gamble. They knew it was B because he heard them run away. It's kind of what's happened now. Look at the setup. They have one player con ready to rotate. They have 2 players B, and they also have their Ivy player who can get to B quickly. They know exactly what's happening.
Yeah, there isn't a shadow of a doubt. Okay, down the ramp, Lucky actually loses out. Westmelon, that's a big find! He's got 2! Zaka gets the flash assist, he sets them up.
I'd have to concede this one.
It looks like Exorcist is. I mean, you can see from the positioning of him, he's backing away, going to be just trying to save the AK and the AWP, valuable into the next round of play.
Yeah, Body's only at 1,500 and Lucky's only at 950. 1,400 loss bonus for them into the next. So by saving this, Maka can drop one, Exorcist can do the same. That's as long as they don't give anything over. Westmelon continuing to comb forward. It's 3 in the round. He wants a little bit more for his troubles. Exorcist is hanging about, so susceptible to a death. It's the AWP that is the prized possession. That'll be the first T-side round for Lin Vision, something they were unable to do on Inferno. They had a very, very solid CT half and then blanked on Inferno. They strike early. And again, it wasn't even a quote-unquote full buy because it was lacking a rifle on Starry, who's been able to get himself one. Goat Zywoo, he's up next. Don't you worry about that. B-Stream, FaZe versus VP on Overpass now. All the action coming here in Chengdu.
Lovely little kind of second bite from Westmelon, falls out of the line. Here's that commitment of the spray, knows it's likely an accuracy and goes back in.
No timeout taken from 3D Max. Their money's on the line with this one, Alex.
Yeah, it is a lot at stake.
Orb starting over towards B, will be poking his nose in. Has a lot on the plate on the other side.
Yeah, how is he going to handle this? Gravity looks like he's going to be throwing supportive util. Little intermittent uncrouches. That's the bomb carrier as well. Zaka very close to being caught by the Maka AWP. A block smoke for their progression.
Might funnel them into the orb. They might want to glance above it, see if they can catch a whiff of anything. Right now, they are just boxed in.
It's a nice move to start, but still, Penny hasn't dropped. Zaka, he's holding a nade in his hands, and Maka doesn't connect it. Wow. That's a real second lease of life then for Xacker. He's...
I guess they had to. Like, look at this. There's all of them here. They're essentially committed to either pop or B. They have no Ivy presence. They have no main presence. This is a grouped up all-in maneuver from Linvision.
And not a single CT has confirmed any of this extra space.
And they haven't used a lot of utility to vie for the space. They used a sandwich smoke and a lurk smoke early. Now it's the full B execute. This is the bells, the whistles, everything that you'd love.
This is what Linvision tend to do very well. A full 5-man exec down into B. Gravity traded. Nice from Amelia into the side. Body playing around the oil train. Spotted by Starry, and Amelia, woo, quick to it. Flank from Lucky, Westmelon dead. That's a big find, and it gets him off the bomb, and a flurry of frags back. Xacker in trouble. 3D Max will take it. Massive way back in. It felt like Linvision had done everything correctly from Amelia's output there.
Solid defense. It's interesting to see, like, a lot of these executes now, they're not actually trying to flush out positions of the B players. Like, a lot of them are just to try and deal with some rotation, right? Because the ability to molly high ramp, molly device from high ramp, you don't see it too much. Maybe a couple months ago it was coming into play, but here 3 mollies have been used. One's over towards Con, one's like backup bomb and Thomas, and the other one is to also restrict the rotation coming in from, we'll call it short, right? CT short and long with your rotation points in. And that's to constrict people to be able to assist. So your whole point there as a T is to get in and take space, be able to push up into the back lines. But because a player, the double high ramp setup, essentially, they can't, right? They just get slowed down. The flank activates quickly, and 3D Max will grab around back. So the rally...
Short-lived successes on the T side for Linvision.
Yeah, and that was the chance to break the finances and put yourself in a position to take the lead. Now you're holding on. Tech9 for Amelia, Galil for Westmelon, AKs for the rest, and you can't go for a full B execute like that again.
I mean, Amelia knife out running Ivy. Westmelon trying to do some early damage. It doesn't do too much. Body takes a little bit of chip damage from the early HEB.
Couldn't be worse for Amelia. That was an AWP you got to deal with. Oh, yeah, flashed off. Did he see him?
I don't think so.
Did Amelia see Maka?
I mean, that's likely.
The trajectory of the smoke, yeah. Well, he can get away. Amelia, does he stay parked? No.
I mean, maybe Starry's going to be making a bit more of a move, knowing the AWP's not going to be posted on him upper.
Is Amelia reading notes while walking away from him?
Potentially. Potentially, having a glance.
Well, they pulled a smoke Ivy, they pulled a smoke pop. 3 smokes remain. And they are going back to B.
Definitely there's their preference.
So Maka hasn't played forward again for Info Ivy, but Exorcist is coming across, so they can clear this out together now. And if there is a lurk, sure, it could still be waiting. Oh, they really want to clear it out. This would be good info. You can delay elsewhere on the map now with that remaining block utility. This is well put together from 3D Max so far.
Exorcist goes loud, charging. Amelia, did you hear that?
See his elbow.
Yeah, it sees him. Free frag. Got your butt. Oh, we hit the headshot. Exorcist put to 3 HP, but the B site under scrutiny. Westmelon trying to be cheeky with it. Body struggling, gets it done. Cost him everything though. 2-on-3. Man advantage for the CT side, but that dink from Amelia could have ramifications. Exorcist very vulnerable and susceptible. A single bullet from Starry or Xacker, and this could be another T-side round for Linvision. Coming in from the short side. Oh, when Exorcist gets output, what have you got for a Starry? Oh, and it nearly was. So could have been Gravity, 1 more bullet and he's dead. Exorcist, 3 HP. There's a world where Starry comes up clutch to save Linvision. And instead, it's 3D Max picking themselves up that 10th. Double digits broken.
Good map from the in-game leader. 20 kills for Gravity. He's had to impact throughout. You can just see the elbow spotted here. Throws the nades, shot comes in. Amelia has an opportunity. Sue did a good job outside with the fake. Gets a kill and it also slows down the rotation. But yes, Starry just panic spray. Not taking a breath, taking his time to isolate the fight. Under a lot of pressure, understandably so. But in a winnable 1v3 situation. Timeout taken, final for Linvision. And they are now just 3 rounds away from being the first team eliminated in Chengdu. Max looking to keep the winning streak against Linvision alive. They've won the last 2 series, looking to make it 3 in a row. All of them taking place in China at different tournaments. And this one to buck their loss streak, which is accrued off the back of PGL Masters Bucharest. into their opening game against G2 yesterday. G2 versus Furia came to its conclusion on the B stream a little bit earlier today. Go check that result out. You see the first team locked in for the playoffs. All right, well, let's see. Has the conversation netted anything positive? Are they able to find a way in, or is it too late? Lots of B pressure. Body drops block utility.
But there's a difference here. Being the bomb, not committed Halls. Team flash awkward, or self-flash, I should say. Naka, however, flashed off of the line and will block Ivy.
I was going to say, if they're doing it dry, that's absolute insanity. So again, they learn the position of the AWP. They apply pressure to Siphon utility. Amelia has to hang around for the lurk this time, especially after we saw Exorcist go for that full Ivy push in the previous. Gravity this time here to be the nuisance. Does he just tuck in? Maybe that frees up Maka to move elsewhere.
Yeah, a bit of a standoff between these two.
It's when does the lurk activate, right? And they are heading back to B again. They really like this B site. Exorcist has full main control. Lucky joins body on B. They're about to clear Amelia.
Oh, barrel pot, just enough. I think Gravity caught a whiff, but a little moment too late. Emilia will profit.
Lucky's rotating as well. It's just body on B.
Yeah, Exorcist's pushing main. Just body here. Lucky will just cheat over. Just in time. Blocked by the smoke on low ramp for a moment longer. 30 seconds. He's keeping Maka busy for sure. But how do they finish this? Exorcist, he's actually got a really good opportunity here just to steal away an 11th round for 3D
Bomb's
Max.
going
He's
out.
here in the pop pivot.
But the time, 15
They're
seconds.
really close. Exorcist has got, yeah, oh, no, maybe not. Zaka can get the bomb down. Just enough time to throw out the smoke, wait for it to secure the round, and it falls into place for a nice one-round game.
Yeah, the other two need to be considering the save, right? This is where the money's out for 3D Max. You keep winning, your loss bonus, it doesn't exist. So because these rounds are close, you're being kept to work hard. You have to hold on to these guns. And it looks like Lin Vision are going to keep all 5 alive unless they hunt overzealously right now. And that one was right down to the wire. Train is one of these maps that I think you have to play at such a slow pace because that's where the util starts to fade, the gaps start to manufacture, or you force one like Amelia did. That lurk felt like it should have been done.
Yeah.
It was not a deep enough clear. Gravity saw him, but looked away, right? And I think the penny dropped after he glanced.
I don't know if it was like, you know, a full comic book double tap.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what it looked like.
Like he didn't process that he'd seen him until a little moment too late, because I think it was actually his swipe left, you know, the double take,
sure,
the second phase of the double take, if you will, that gave Amelia the info that he'd been spotted. Really funny exchange, especially from Gravity, who is, you know, head and shoulders above. He has got like 20 frags, the next highest is 11.
So there, yeah, he sees him.
Yep.
Ooh.
Weird, pointy elbows, but not enough.
Yeah, and you could see Gum there just staring off into the space. They still having smiles on their face because he can't take any more timeouts. So he's going to be hoping that what he's hearing is good calls.
Wow, nice work again with Su on the T side. It's not the first, not the second time we've talked about Su's impact.
Now you just need to win a 5v3 situation to break the money late in the game.
Holy, this is a lot. This is a dream scenario, but this is where Lin Vision have in the past fallen foul to overthinking.
Maka's up on low ramp. If he gets one and gets away, what does that mean? Exorcist and Body both floating around Con right now. Amelia, Ivy, Westmel, and Main. Ability to execute through Pop. Can smoke over towards Camera. Get the molly in towards New Box if you'd like as well. Westmel going to smoke off in front of Con and Bomb. There's that Camera smoke. They were a bit worried about up close, even though they killed two players.
Look at that molly.
Yeah, that is a thing of beauty. So Hell.
I mean, like everything's cut. But obviously backside scary, yeah.
I think there's no spam back, there's no pressure, so as long as... Okay, Starry, you got the bomb. Can we just... There we go. Get it down, mate. Imagine he's on bomb train, dies, it spills into Con.
It lands on top of the bomb.
Ugh. This is the time where you should start working on a systematic hunt. They can't be Ivy. Amelia was there. He's just cleared out all the backtracks. They could be in white walls or brown walls or B. That's it. So start working forward. Amelia might get caught. Lots of angles to worry about. Handles it,
Or not.
passes the test, removes the rifle. Now they're hunting. Now they're activating through Con. Running out of time, need to get a move on. Mac is going to save the orb. He's in a too strong position. Oh, Westmelon could catch him.
It's possible. Zaka caught lining up nades. Body holds on. Maka does lose the orb. They lose it all. Closer than ever before to knocking out 3D Max.
This is problems now. The money at the high end, 3.1 for Lucky, right? Everybody else roughly around that 2K mark. So this has to be the eco. Their loss bonus into the next should be at the 2,400 mark. A tactical timeout called, the second from 3D Max. Gum, given the opportunity. Boys, we've done the heavy lifting. We have just ruined their finances. 11 should be ours. Sure, it's not going to be easy from there on out, but you put yourself in pole position in the next gun round. You will force 3D Max to go for another save due to the finances. The loss bonus activating late because of the winning ways. This is one of the problems with the CT-sided map. As long as you get enough in the first half. In 7, it was touch and go. It was questionable. This is the first time they've been able to post consecutive rounds on the T side. 2 needs to become 3.
And thanks to Sue.
Yeah, huge work on the A1S.
Good shot as well here from Amelia. This started off the hunt that did end up with 3D Max being bankrupt.
Gravity also giving over both opening kills. This one was aggressive. Last time was in search of information. And this one has to be 11 for Lin Vision. There's no way around it. This is an inexcusable round to fumble. And almost feels impossible to do so considering the level of investment.
We know where the AWP is. Exercise doesn't have to sacrifice his life to get that info. Little jiggle bait. Lurk smoke thrown. Interesting line of smokes. A missed sandwich, perhaps.
Yeah, it does look a little bit odd. At least the pistols will investigate, which is nice.
Pulls him further away from the Ivy.
This needs to be dink, dink, dead. There's the only way that 3D Max are able to win these fights has to be instantaneous.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a dink, but absolutely not happening.
And all 5 looking to stay alive as it is just body right now. The must-win round is about to be won. Body now noted, so we will call this 11. The series definitely delivering with everything to play
100%.
for. Lin Vision have only played one bad half of Counter-Strike. Their T side of Inferno. One bad half.
That's true. No slouches whatsoever.
And there were starting to be question marks around their major performance as well. That was oh so long ago.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, yeah, you guys did good at the major. The best of ones were in play. Not here. Not now.
But I mean, the fact that Counter-Strike has come to China so frequently this season.
What, 3 times since August.
And every time you find yourself playing against this damn team, and they're the ones that shatter your dreams. 2-0 victories for 3D Max sequentially. And on the 3rd attempt, Lin Vision are now within touching distance of a full 2-1 victory and eliminating 3D Max from IEM Chengdu.
Now look at this, right-hand side of the screen, everybody. We are talking smokes,
Bare bones, bare bones.
3 incendiaries, and a handful of flashes. That was to facilitate Maka's AWP. Lucky had to drop that across. They do not have a defuse kit. If we get into a site and they fight, they lose everything. Money will be skimp going into the final round of play, potentially 2,900 being the loss bonus. So right now the advantage lies with Lin Vision. Ivy pressure has been the change. It was very B-centric. Now it's been more standard. 2-1-2s, getting Ivy pressure, applying that to Maka, who this time does not have a smoke to block. Run boost. He didn't see the run boost.
Oh, he didn't, but Zaka doesn't finish him off. He actually just tagged him.
He is so lucky to be alive.
Yeah, completely. A second
react at
opportunity.
all.
I mean, it was a perfectly executed run boost. Maka can't quite believe it. He's got another chance.
But look at this trap. They are trying to mow them down.
Info, fragging, and swinging his exercise to his demise.
Hot push.
Yeah, you're right, Gravity's here. Starry just walks into the angle. It's too easy, but a nice trade again. It's Westmelon this time. 17 frags deep. claws them back into a competitive affair.
Lucky's in a good intel position, right? At least he can hear sound cues from main. So he is removed from the play, but you could almost leave him here. If it is back through Pop, if it is through Ivy, you can deal with that. Body to deal with B. Fast rotation from Maka in through CT spawn. And for the execute, we've got smokes, we've got mollies, we've got flashes. But you got to get past Body.
He's been very good throughout this series for 3D Max. He hears them coming, and Westmelon continues. A triple kill in a huge round of Counter-Strike for Lin Vision. Lucky, you said he'd be disconnected from the play. I think he's accepted his fate. A save, the best of a bad situation.
It's 2,900 and the loss is the next, right? He has to save. He's going to have to drop a gun to one of his teammates, and then when you take a look at the cash on the rest of the team, their buys, it's going to be MP9s, it's going to be Famis's, it might even be a scout if Maka wants a scope. They'll have 2 opportunities now, Lin Vision. This one's going to feel damn good. Sure, it's a group stage game by all context of the event, but they're playing in front of the crowd. A win against a foe that they have struggled with, and a chance to extend their tournament life and play again tomorrow. Sure, it'll have to be 2 best-of-3s tomorrow. But for 3D Max, this will sour the mood going into the tail end of 2025, a year where they've been constantly on the cusp. A playoffs gatekeeper, eliminated early in Bucharest, and a last place finish just 5 kills away in China.
Westmelon, great output.
They've gone Famis's. 2 Famis's, 2 M4s, and a scout.
The hopes of the French resting on this buy, this constellation of weaponry. Bizarre. French guns for the French pride. 2 consecutive required.
No AWP for the Ivy space this time. No Maka to lock it down. We'll force out the util, and that's all they're here to do. They literally throw the molly. They didn't see the response. They were already backpedaling. They want to keep a player focused on Ivy.
And then the next step, Starry and Sue, set up by Zaka. A lot of grenades been from Zaka to set up these openings. Progression for Starry. High alert for Body and Maka. And only a scout, bear in mind, for Maka's support. So he's aiming for heads. I mean, softening them up may not be enough.
They are opting for the P-execute for the finish. Now, we've seen them go for this before, and they have 2 Molotovs, a bunch of smokes, everything they'd need. But they've had a hard time getting in. Now, this pop smoke is being investigated. They're actually looking to play in it on the fade. Oh, they know nobody's there because of that defensive smoke. Information being granted. Now there's a 3rd man on B. Lucky joining the party. Here we go.
It all comes down to the last 20 seconds, round 23. They've got their boots planted, but Sue removes 1. Lucky a rebuttal, an important double. No ammo, no time. USP brought down Sue with a double. Gravity and exercise just to extend play, just to keep their tournament dreams alive as Zaka pulls another. Across the finish line, perhaps, only Gravity. Their top performer on train, their captain. Well, Lin Vision in front of the home crowd will survive the day. There goes 3D Max. Revenge served on home soil. Chengdu happy to witness 3D Max quite the opposite. The last place eliminated.
Yeah, it's a long way to come to get sent home in last place. Their last 2 outings in China, the Perfect World CS Challenge Series 1 first, CS Asia Championship 2025 second. But this time, Lin Vision send you home. They pack your bags. They bucked their loss streak and a nice win.
And I really think you summarized it perfectly, Chad. They had 1 bad half. T-side Inferno, that's the only kind of discrepancy on the record. Everything else felt tight, felt competitive. They pushed a European challenger and they took him down.
There's still smiles on the faces there of Gravity and Ecstasies. Getting this late in the season and just having tournaments back-to-back, they have been hit hard by this, but now the lower bracket run begins. Lin Vision will take on the loser of MOUZ versus
respects Perfecto's position as well, it would seem. Difficulty is he's going to have to go and retrieve the bomb, which is a little bit further out on the site, so he'll have to further expose himself. Oh, is it all the way down the ramp? No, he's picked it up. He just wants to take the fight. Wouldn't have had time to plant there anyway, I don't think.
I think he was just hoping that he would win that first duel on Perfecto, and then Bist would peek and be punished accordingly. He knew exactly where Bist was standing, but the rookie giving him nothing. Flip for 2 and a key 2 for Bist. He needed to connect both of those shots, and Perfecto, I mean, I've seen a lot of criticism around this man lately, but every time he's been needed to deliver for Virtus Pro in this map, he's been coming up with the goods.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing pretty well today. He did have a bit more of a struggle yesterday. It seems like we're going to have to lock ourselves in for a bit of a longer map here. It felt like it was a foregone conclusion, but VP are working hard for this comeback.
I mean, it's just a continuation of them showing some good form coming into this tournament. Unfortunately, that form is a little streaky sometimes.
Yeah.
Bist, though, he very much, now that he has the AWP on this CT side in hand, is delivering a much better performance than we saw yesterday. Sometimes can take that initial game for a rookie to get comfortable with this kind of environment. We've seen what his ceiling is, what some of his potential is in some of these online games when he's been playing for the VP Academy side. In terms of mechanics and just being able to read the game, the potential is there, but playing on the stage is a little different.
Oh. Well, through the molly, Carrigan's going to go and try and be the hero again on an entry path into the B site. Won't work out for him. Just Brokey, who is spotted by Flit. And another for VP. They're now only 4 away.
Another good multi-frag for Flit. I think from that pillar position, he's been very solid for VP. Every time he's been tested inside of the B site.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like, if they would have given themselves, you know, we were joking that, oh, you know, 3, like, on the T side. Doesn't sound that good, right? When they were down 9-0. But it was like, well, if they actually would have gotten 3, they'd almost be at an even scoreline right now. They only had 1 round on T side.
Yeah.
And that's also, by the way, all that FaZe has got on the T side right now.
Sure. FaZe looking to simplify here. Smoke towards front side of bathrooms to deny a little bit of information, and a flash up over short. Does deposit Frozen in a more aggressive position. The rest of FaZe waiting for this monster timing. Toro to defend.
Flashes over the top. Toro looking to get some util down. Actually gets caught with a nade in hand by Frozen. Jacob responding in kind onto Flit, and this might be the final nail in the coffin for VP. It's been a stoic attempt to try to come back on their map pick of Overpass, but may well be all for naught. Bist will need to pull off another miracle play with that AWP, or maybe Perfecto around this smoke can get something done. Twist will go down. How has he got 2? He's lined up Jacob as well, and all of a sudden maybe a chance for Virtus Pro, but it is a slim one at best. They just have to try to edge their way in. They've got a smoke. They can maybe defuse inside the smoke with the time that's available. Brokey standing and trying to deliver on that site. Incense flies over his head. His head gets ripped off, but there's one back in response from Frozen, and that time is ticking away far too fast. Carrigan surely gets this done. He will. It's over. FaZe, they take map 1, 13-8 away from Virtus Pro.
Oh, all it took was that one mistake. And in this case, it was just the layering of the flashes. Both of those players inside of the B site. Toro and I think once again Flit on pillar, caught full blind by that second wave of flashes. And in that 3-on-3 phase, they're good enough to close. Credit to VP, they really did try to scrap their way back into it.
Yep.
I'm surprised that Faye wasn't covering that player on the defuse. I guess Carrigan goes overlooked in short there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, even if not, like, the time was becoming such a factor that there's every possibility Carrigan gets that one done anyway, but I think the real thing that we have to look at there and sort of break down was the T side of Virtus Pro, because, okay, there was no issues necessarily on the CT side. You're going to lose some rounds here and there. They only lost 2 on their CT side.
Yeah.
It's the T side where they let themselves fall flat by getting only 1 round on your map pick. That is just unacceptable,
I think ultimately it's actually the same issue for VP as losing the Dust 2 game against Vitality, and that's just stubbornness. I think, you know, trying to go for a very similar approach, very similar pacing to what they did against Vitality yesterday and expecting it to work. Similar to forcing all those mid to pre rounds yesterday, the calling, when it works for Virtus Pro, is excellent. I love a lot of the looks that they've shown in this tournament thus far. The problem is they just don't have the adaptability that you need for them to be a really competitive team on this T side. It feels like they really try to go towards a lot of the same ideas, and even if they don't work, they really try to force things. I think they need to adapt on the fly a lot better if they're going to try to go the distance in Chengdu, but one map away from just being sent out of the tournament here, unfortunately, already.
Yeah, and I think if they get knocked out in essentially last place here at Chengdu, it will be an underrepresentation of, I think, what they were able to deliver.
Sure,
but sometimes that's just the way that it is. They're obviously going to have to try and turn things around. We do have Mirage coming up next. That is FaZe's map pick, and VP is facing elimination. So we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes and see if VP can prolong this game.
Here's to the challengers, the ones who don't just settle for decent elo, but hunger for something more. The ones who don't just queue for another match, but prepare for war. You can doubt them, overlook them, even count them out, but you can't stop them.
Right now, I'm with dupreeh, who I can see has got tears.
While others play for fun, they play for legacy. This is ESEA League, where challengers take their first step.
Hi, this is Basement Dweller's first advertisement. And our second drop is, it's up, actually. If you're seeing this, it's up. It's available on the ESL shop. We had our first go at a jacket, and I'm really proud of it. I've always had an interest in clothes, but, you know, seeing behind the scenes how the sausage is made has been a lot of fun. And if you like the clothes, tell me. If you hate the clothes, tell me, but try them before you slag them off. I think they're really comfy. So yeah, that's my advert. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna record another one.
Like we just witnessed there.
I think this moment I was actually getting pissed off, like I normally don't do, and I think in a game like this where we play Sangal, there's not this like fully fire inside me, and at that moment I have to say that I think this is one of the most important things when he saw my body, and it activated me so much in the game. I wanted to win so badly, so actually the game meant something more than just a game. Telling him nice save after he shoot my body, I think that's a pretty good trash talk in my opinion, so that's for sure one top one for now. I know which one is this though.
Yeah. Nice songs!
Yeah.
Salva!
I have good history.
He stands, frozen, a monument to human patience. Winter has carved him with cold precision. Frost clings to his lashes like ghostly barnacles. That was then. This is how we play now.
Are you ready?
Hulu has arrived.
Drum roll, please.
It's time to say
Hello to Hulu. Woo!
that's right.
Hulu has now arrived on Disney Plus.
Mother gave us this mission. How does it feel to be hunted?
Predator Badlands. Friday.
There's a new burger in town. Wendy's Bullseye Barbecue Cheeseburger. Made with fresh, never frozen Canadian beef. And a sweet twist on the smoky flavor of Bullseye barbecue sauce. It's the freshest in the West.
By Vitality, and then Robs is helping us out a bit. He feels bad for us and he kills the teammate, which means I think we win our first gun round on Anubis, so it's funny for us. 3 out of top 3, just because it's a funny moment.
Wrong side.
This one is a little more trash talkies on German. I think we faked them or something, and we went to the other side, and they're rotating 5 guys to the wrong side. The other one that was German was more calm, but this one is more like trash talking in German to big. So number 4.
Oh, my lordy, they won it again.
I'm obviously fired up, so I'm just shouting at them, and I think they did a bad retake on Dust 2. Maybe it wasn't that bad, but I'm just trying to tell them they need to train their retakes, especially when they want to start shoot body, you know? Like, I have something personal against Sigfly. You don't shoot my body like that. So yeah, they need to train their retakes.
for me at least, has to be Donk. I think that despite the achievements of ZywOo, obviously is the number 2, no doubt, I think that Donk does things that maybe in some way no one else does. The statistics he puts when they lose, when they win, I think that this year at least ZywOo has not been that ZywOo in my opinion. I feel like he had a lot of tough games and a lot of tough moments that, like, for me to see even a bit of red in his statistics is very unusual. So I think this year Donk has been more consistent and in my opinion higher peak as well. So number 3, I would put Shiro for now.
I would say 1 ZywOo, 2nd Donk, number 3 maybe Robs.
I keep changing my mind between ZywOo and Donk. I had the Donk after Cologne, but I think it really will all depend on the rest of the season. I think Donk's numbers are obviously insane, but ZywOo has won more MVPs as well. ZywOo deserved it more, but I think if Donks manages to maintain the level that he had for the first part of the year and this Cologne for the second part, and they managed to win maybe an event or a major, I think Donk might overtake him. I think m0NESY will gain the number 3.
Hey guys, I'm Twist.
I'm Frozen.
And this is Dynamic Duos.
And playing B on Dust 2 is, I mean, can be rough, but also I feel like it's one of the chiller sites, so to say. Especially if you have a hard shooter next to you. First of all, I think you need to cross doors, so you need to HE door or get a smoke from the A guys to smoke mid for you. Step 2, get to B side. Throw a Molotov or smoke if you have or something. Just shut down that first timing B pop that can happen or a B rush.
Yeah, it all comes down to the signals the enemy team is giving. If the door smoke is a bit too late or there's a door smoke but there's no flashes or anything, always have to be careful of a team insta walking B, contact B, B pop. That's why you see a lot of players just insta molly, maybe flash off the wall, the tunnel wall, and then smoke, just so any contact play is eliminated, really. The biggest threat to B players is actually B split. B split is the biggest threat by far.
Yeah.
You gamble that the B side, the players are playing more on the mid side of the map, and then if you hit the good timing on a B pop through the smoke, the risk can pay off. But most times teams are playing out the default. It's a lot of utility tracking and economy management if teams can afford all this utility to prevent a B split. Say for us, if we can't, we always have to adapt for in the round, you know, for what can happen.
Like if the T's can play the round well, you know, make cities use a lot of utility on the map, then it will get to the point on the B side where you run out of nades, and you know, as Ross said, you have to choose either you play for mid or you play for B side, and I mean, it just comes down to killing, right? And it can be rough sometimes. Yeah.
Despite it being a smaller site out of the map. I mean, you can get away with playing one close angles at MP9. You can only stay there for so long, because you cannot stay there if they're splitting B. You want to make sure you get a FAMAS or M4 to make sure that you and your side partner can have good crossfires in long-range duels, either window and car. So if they're splitting B, one point gets contact first with a better gun, and then, of course, double up is always nice for the B side. And he's also really good at surviving. When he has a smoke, I feel like I can always rely on him to buy time, so I always have time to come back from mid and throw flashes. When I play a site with a player, that there's a lot of natural chemistry. We're doing things that can be unspoken, and we just play off of each other well. Yeah.
Of course, that's predicated on exertion and Torji keeping up that form. Now, just we're discussing just how one-sided this matchup has been in 2025. 8-1 in head-to-head over the course of the year in favor of the reigning major champs Vitality. However, if you just look at this season, they've only played twice and they're 1-1.
Oh!
So if we go with that framing...
I mean, I prefer it as far as wanting a competitive game.
Exactly. Sure, Vitality are still looking for revenge from IEM Cologne, where they lost to MOUZ for the first time all year. And Train was the pick of Vitality in that head-to-head. This time, MOUZ have opted to make it the pick. Is that the key to success? Let's find out. They've only played this 2 times in the last 3 months, so not a lot of play on record. We have the CT side start. ZywOo has been gifted a HE, Apex with a flash, and Mezzy the smoke. No kit, and heavy presence over towards A early. Now, is it pop, Or is it B? You still have Brolin in main, and he has a smoke and a molly combo. So they've gotten the control. There's no trap, there's no flash, no push up low ramp, no one searching high ramp. Looks like it will be the pop play into the A split.
You're gonna have to get past ZywOo. Flames fiddling with his headset. Okay, making sure he's happy. Camera smoke. ZywOo with a well-placed HE grenade, but a little premature. No damage inflicted. Into the site, and now a brawl imminent. Lots of bodies. Flamesy removing Spinks as the bomb goes down, though. An exertion jumps through into Mezzy. Flamesy another. Awkward for Brolan. Very little hope. It wanes and it fades as we see ZywOo get just the first started.
See
Flamesy with impact.
Yeah, see Mezzy throw the defensive smoke back a bomb there as well. Maybe that was to extinguish a molly in play, but either way, it definitely caused some issues. And the admins are already coming to help. What's wrong, ZywOo? What do we need to fix, mate? Straight under the table.
Celebrated too hard.
What did he pull something
he's
out?
He's had a haircut as ZywOo.
He's gone the mullet.
He's got the fringe out.
All right, well,
bangs if you're American.
The bangs, yeah. Well, that one banged, didn't it?
Yeah.
3 for Flames. Oh, he's got his headset off still.
So for a dude that was clearly having audio issues,
yeah, I think he did
pretty damn well. Pretty damn well.
We'll get this tech sorted, but we can start to discuss what the buy will look like. Our voices aren't going out to the arena. They can't hear us. It's Mandarin. A couple of Galils. Tech 9 for Brolin, and Deagles for Exertion. Jimmy yet to buy. That's the stage for everybody playing at home. If you are tuning in, we've got 2 setups on either side to keep matches flowing all day long. We have a group stage audience. Not too common, but with the Chinese fan base, there was the want. And if there's the want...
Oh, Jimmy. Getting some representation in the crowd.
He'll be happy with that one.
Twist continues his fine form since joining FaZe, and of course FaZe picking up a very nice first map in this series against Virtus Pro. It was VP's map pick, it was Overpass, and so things are not looking so crash hot here for the traffic cones. 23 and 12 there for Twist, as you see him kind of just tear things apart, but he was well backed up, I think, by the rest of the FaZe clan.
I mean, yeah, he did fall off, though. He was 21 and 3 on the CT side. T side, not so easy, though, you can see from him. So 23 and 12.
Kind of bad.
I don't know if that's very good. No, honestly, very good performance from him, continuing to deliver in this FaZe outfit. There's a reason why he wanted to return to this team, and you are seeing it unfold in the server, at least in this game, maybe their first game. Not going to plan up against MOUZ, who are... You know, you're seeing the opposite end of this current series. MOUZ are taking on Vitality for that first spot in the playoffs. If anything, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a grand final prelude or something like that. Although, to be honest, in the current area of Counter-Strike, it's anyone's guess as to who would make it into a final. It's so bloody competitive and so exciting in these kind of events.
That Controls guy looks pretty good. So,
what does?
Controls.
Controls?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's all right.
He might make it happen for the Mongols. Anyways, we're here to talk FaZe and VP, and I guess the next port of call, of course, will be Mirage. That is the map pick of FaZe, and statistically speaking, is certainly a better shot for FaZe than what we saw when it came to Overpass. They had a 0% win rate on Overpass coming into this match in the last few months, but been a little bit more handy on Mirage. So, you know, I don't know. It feels hard to say that we're going to get a 2-0 here just because of the tumultuous nature of both of these teams in the last few months. But if you were going to get it, this is about as best of a situation as you could find yourself in as FaZe. So they're looking for it, for that 2-0 to stay alive here at IEM Chengdu.
I think you just never know what to expect when it comes to Virtus Pro, unfortunately. Like, you've got the 2 worst performers in terms of the series yesterday were the ones delivering, Perfecto and Beast actually having the best time of things for Virtus Pro in that previous map. Toro having a rough one, so we'll see what they're going to be able to put together here. Backs against the wall in the lower bracket. Virtus Pro, despite, you know, really turning some heads in their opening game of Chengdu, are regardless 1 map away from being eliminated by the former champions. who are looking to fight their way through the lower bracket to once again make their way into the playoffs. You heard from them that this tournament was a little bit of a tester for the major, and at least in the opening part of this round, not going so well. Maybe a few lessons being learnt already.
It is funny to say former champions for FaZe because it feels like they're a long way away from being champions in any of these tournaments, but last IEM Chengdu was early in 2024, so about a year and a half ago. It's a lot happened since then. They are streaming their way into the A side here on Mirage. There is that extra defense of Perfecto. That seems to have made a little bit of the difference. Twists is burning, but he's still able to lock in for that kill onto Bist, and now he's got himself the bomb.
Every time on Overpass that Perfecto needed to deliver, he was able to do it. In fact, both of these players were the standouts on map 1 for both of their teams. Perfecto might have had a good timing to swing, but Twist's mechanics and crosshair placement are far too clean.
Yeah. Lovely pistol round from Twists. It took some recovering because it was a messy entry up connector.
I mean, he's fully running, but the counter strafe, that slowed down, by the way. That looked normal speed. That's just how quick this man is. It's like second nature. The movement and the aim in perfect tandem. Like, it's beautiful to watch when a man of this level of talent is on form.
Does seem as though we're going to be picking up where we left off, which is FaZe dictating this game. Twists being a big reason why. They've dropped the progression smoke in middle plus the window smoke.
I mean, VP have needed every break that they could possibly get, and this has not been the start that they would have wanted. A very winnable pistol that goes against them. Oof. 1 or 2 converted by Twists. Perfecto has been handed a firm warning, and speaking of the man, he's straight into the B side here.
Yeah, B side left completely unchecked.
VP is setting up for exits at this point. Only Brokey may go looking for a little bit of an eco farm. I mean, to be honest, the way that this tournament started for him, he could do with maybe padding the stats a little bit.
They're in danger of losing a gun or two here. Jacob under a bit of pressure. He'll be actually helped out by Twists, and that settles the nerves enough to finish off a couple of quick kills in mid. So crisis averted for FaZe. Just Carrigan going to be going down in this round.
FaZe not giving anything to Flip. Don't want to be charging down a player on default with a dig. Nice and clean for FaZe. Only a Mac 10 and armor lost and a handful of util. That is a good way to complete your anti-eco.
Orps out early.
Yeah, Orps out for Bist. Glass Cannon backing himself. Did hit a couple of decent shots on Overpass.
Yeah.
VP have opted to start out on the CT side. They had to start T after losing the knife round in the third decided to Vitality yesterday, and that was disastrous for them.
Wow. See what they've got for us on this CT side. Nade and smoke. The combo very nice for Flit as he's assisted by a couple of flashes there from Toro as well. It's a set play that FaZe are going to have to remember.
A great opener, but it's far from done at this point. Twists and Frozen still alive. These guys can definitely deliver some impact here, even if you're down in numbers. Not much utility left over. Bomb will be retrieved by Frozen. Flit still hanging around, has found impact nice and early on in this round, so you can tell he's feeling himself. He's going to back himself to take even further duels, especially as the util starts to fly in.
A lot of it being invested, but it's not going to dissuade Flip from this position. He's just waiting for the perfect time to take a peek into middle, which feels like it's brewing. Eventually, Jacob and Twists are going to have to make a move. Going to try and boost their way up into the window, but they make noise. They make a footstep, and that should be the undoing of this setup for FaZe. In fact, Frozen's picked himself up a kill, and if Flick goes down here as well, then it'll be real problems for VP.
40 seconds. So VP going to give FaZe a little bit more room to work with. Flit delivers a third.
Yeah.
Much needed, given the fact that, as you mentioned, Frozen was able to find one for himself. The off angle from Perfecto is the goods as well. Now it's just Jacob. 1 on 4, if anything, just looking for damage. This is only VP's first gun round. Every gun you can take away from them this early on will crack down on their money. Just a little still more. That's some great game sense from someone with little experience.
Or could he do it? 5 seconds on the board. Oh, he's not going to check. He's not going to check window. Oh, that would have been the most unreal clutch.
It would have been. Incredible game sense to know that player was up on triple. You could tell he had all of those positions from VP mapped out in his head. Thought that Flit had fallen away through Murder Hole into CT or market rather than just turtling in window. That's just one of those decisions that is made in the split second at the moment. But still, even if it's not a clutch, it is an expensive round that should have been closed cleanly from VP. And now FaZe can punish.
I felt something in that round, you know?
Yeah. I mean, look. FaZe will see if they can capitalize on that. Big A execute out here.
Carrigan leading the charge with the SMG in hand. He's going to fall quickly, and Bist also able to get himself one. The entry's actually a little bit late, I guess, for FaZe, but they trade him down effectively enough.
Perfecto and Fame not able to spot out that cross. There's just a wall of smoke across the site. It's like the Tetris blocks have been slid together to allow FaZe to do exactly that, straight into spawn.
Seems like Perfecto's all over it.
Yeah, he's been positionally sound in every situation thus far for VP.
This is an awkward clear for FaZe. Well handled by Frozen.
I mean, it's Frozen to Twists in the XVX, delivering nothing but instant headshots. You can be on a great off angle, but these FaZe riflers are a little sharper.
Well, Fame needs to channel some of that form from yesterday's overpass game to get this one done. Certainly has the time on his side. Not to mention the util. If he gets a kill, maybe a smoke defuse is on offer. But not being given anything by these two FaZe players. He ruled.
Oh.
He kind of hard cleared Twists, but just sort of second guessed himself. And
he had an inkling.
Yeah.
But yeah, 100% that. Was a winnable 1 or 2 for him. He had a full belt of util. If he finds Twists on bench side, can throw a smoke down on the bomb, and then maybe there's some potential there, but yeah, unfortunate. Double Dink comes out straight away from Twists, and just like that, Jacob's efforts in round number 3 there are capitalized on by FaZe, closing out a nice 2-on-2 and breaking the money of VP. Very much on the ropes now here in Chengdu. Lower bracket, up against elimination, and out of cash on the CT side.
A faster play from FaZe this time. They take a lot of mid-control. You have to be a little bit wary of the players floating around in connector, thinking about maybe going back through that smoke, but not going to happen.
Flit, you can tell, is continually feeling himself. Dig purchased up for him. He's had a number of key multi-frags already in this game, but somebody else will have to deliver for VP.
Zeus in tow for Perfecto doesn't look like it's going to come into play in this round.
Jacob harassing them from the ladder room. Another smoke to top con. FaZe organized themselves. Duel in Palace on the cards. Toro, it's a nice angle for him with the 5-7. Rifle picked up now. Jacob rattling off a few shots towards the B side. He's been given opportunities, but if anything, that's just information that that's where VP resides, and as such, FaZe will make their way towards A.
Do have to be pretty concerned still about that AK hanging around in Palace, but starting to whittle away at the forces of Virtus Pro, so unlikely that Toro's really going to be able to have any kind of an impact in this round.
I mean, they've just sectioned off that entire area, continually smoked the entrance, just keeping it in the back of their minds. They've said, great, you can live in the Palace. Ooh. You know, we're not interested in anymore. That's just a back 10 for Fame.
It's not going to be a round, that's for sure. They're too far away to really go for this retake. They are hitting their shots, though.
Yeah.
It's a pretty expensive round for FaZe, all things considered, but
you can still see little flashes of how locked in some of these players are on VP, but might not convert to a series win here. Great. Perfecto's got a Mac 10. Excellent. Jacob not going to go down after time. 2 alive at the end of the round for FaZe. Great start on this T side, and VP must once again respond. They've done their best work in this tournament when they are front running. When they had a poor start against Vitality on this exact map, things very quickly spiraled out of control. start to question whether VP have the resilience they need to be able to fight their way back into this series.
Well, a little bit more to play with in this round, so slower approach from FaZe this time, being held at bay by a bit of that util in apps. Maybe
like
not. They've walked through the smoke, and they're walking through the Molotov on short as well. Carrigan's going to go down, but there is no secret as to where FaZe are intending to end up. It is in towards the B bomb side that they're trying to find those entries. Nothing coming so far. And Perfecto, wielding this MAC-10, just dancing around the bomb side, hasn't had to do anything, now won't have to do anything because he's dead. FaZe have those entries. They're looking for the plan, and it seems they'll get it. It was touch and go for a minute. But they're pulling it back.
Good shot from Toro. On top of the bin. Does sit Flit. Looking to put FaZe in it. Peek out onto Brokey. 1-on-3 now on the cards for Frozen. They don't know he's in apps just yet, but they're slowly starting to clear out all the positions that are necessary. Nice retake there for VP. Able to right the ship after a couple of entries towards B.
Difficulty there for FaZe. They just don't quite get the entries as quickly as they need to be able to scale deeper in onto the site. So even though they do get that bomb plant down, their post plan is not exactly the strongest. Only a couple of angles that VP have to clear on the way back in. Don't have to worry about short either because Carrigan's been taken down there, and that's obviously a really nice avenue of attack back into the B bomb site when you are looking at that retake.
Good stuff from Fame and Toro. Picking up the performance after what was a slow start. You saw pieces of that on Overpass as well. I mean, the scoreline never looks good when you go down 1-11.
Yep.
But still, you can tell, as mentioned before, they're trying to stay locked in here. I mean, that's a great round to win. Look at FaZe's money. You got to keep this game nice and competitive as Virtus.pro here. It'll be a moment of reprieve on this CT side to build up not only the money, but maybe the confidence a little.
Yeah, definitely can't be affording to lose too many guns against this round, though. And creep through apartments could be a bit of a problem for Perfecto. We'll see if he can lock it down nicely. That's a good opener onto Twist, and he hears a few more footsteps. So making short work of that defense in the end. Now it's Frozen's turn to have a crack. The Deagle also unable to find its mark. 4-3 quickly. VP starting to recover the half.
Yeah, lovely. I think you saw Bist with the front spawn for window as well there, so you might see him get a little funky with it in towards the middle if he's feeling bold. Good hold from Perfecto. Not much into that round for FaZe. Heading into another gun round for them. Round number 8. Going to take a couple in a row to crack down on this economy from VP. And this is what I was talking about. Bist, great spawn from him. Makes some quick movements in towards middle. HG nades that top mid smoke, which may make FaZe concerned that Flit is on the warpath as he was earlier. Re-smoke to top middle, but it's very clear what the approach is going to be here for FaZe. They're looking for this A timing, and for VP, no one on the site. They're just going to look to try to find some picks from stairs and complete the retake.
Yeah, it does seem as though FaZe are going to be given the A site. That is a nice smoke, actually, to block off the BT line. Carrigan for one entry. Not going to see too much more, though, as Flit and Bist going to clean things up. I mean, it's an abnormal execute onto the A side, isn't it? You'd normally see those stairs smokes, the CT smokes, whatnot.
Yeah.
No coverage on the stairs smokes at all. And yeah, VP just happy to set up that firing squad and kind of delete. I mean, he's on the way in.
They wanted to take control of Con and jungle.
Yeah.
It was denied by Flit, though, and he'll close the round up to boot a 4K. He's 11-3. Cast your mind back to yesterday. He went 1-10 on the T side on this map versus Vitality, and you could see he was visibly frustrated in the player cams. There was words between him and maybe the coach or some of the other players.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it is a far cry from that today. This man has been locked in. Denial of service on that A side execute from FaZe and breaks their money yet again. Impressive stuff. Good recovery day to day from him.
Twist has been able to walk all the way out into Sandwich. That's very fast timing for him to get to that position. So
I mean, this is how a very tilting round could start.
Oh no, Carrigan's got one as well. If Twists would have landed the shot there, that could have been it.
Oh dear.
It might still be it. Carrigan is doing some real work with that Tech 9. He's pulled the rotate. The B site has been taken. The bomb plant's down. Frozen is in window, by the way. And he's going to catch a timing onto the play out, rotating his way through CT spawn. That is going to slow Bist down. So it's two isolated 1v1s right now. Perfecto's worried about his back, but there's nobody in market.
It's such an awkward exchange. Bist just wants to get Frozen off of him. Perfecto's doing a little bit of a dance with Brokey. The previous tournament MVP must be able to step up here and can't do it. Perfecto once again passing the test in what is a extremely sketchy situation versus the Pistols.
Yeah, that's a chance that's gone actually quite begging for FaZe. You almost feel like if they would have slowed things down a little bit more there, they might have had a bit more success. Twists with the re-peek on A side after he had picked up that opening kill. The player on the B bomb side trying to kind of cross to door, getting picked off as well.
I mean, I think it's just one of those rounds where with the Pistols, you're just trying to make anything work.
Yeah, of course.
With rifles, you probably see a little bit more discipline, but you're just thinking like, all right, I just got to make some magic here. It started well. Courtesy of Carrigan and Twists. A little bit of a mix-up. Yeah, some aggression. Fade completely catches Jacob. Oh, God, doesn't even know what bloody year it is.
Toro's in a bit of an awkward spot here, but seems like he's okay. In fact, he goes for the fight, which was unexpected by Frozen.
Well set up by Bist. Now it's Twists. Starting to make his way straight into Sandwich, where just last round he made some magic, but look at that. VP all swinging out on bench side together and just wiping the floor with FaZe. 6 and 4?
Yeah, this half has gone a little pear-shaped. That's now 5 in a row for the CT side, and we'll get the timeout for FaZe. They're thinking, okay, we are still in an okay spot if we can pick up 1 or 2 of these last remaining rounds.
The riflers of Virtus.pro are dominating the openers here. 4 and 1 for Flit, 2 and Zip for Fame. Toro was 2 and Zip up until that last round where he did lose that opening kill, but from there, I mean, or rather he didn't know. Fame won the opener there. I don't know why the scoreboard's looking like that for me. Regardless, it's great recovery for Virtus.pro, and you can tell that that's put FaZe under the pump a little bit. They're going to take a timeout and try to make some adjustments here, but I'm not even sure, even with the loss bonus, what the money's going to be looking like. They haven't been getting these plants very often. Virtus.pro have been really contesting them before you can even end up in an after plant a lot of the time.
Another pistol armor buy, better util behind it for FaZe.
There we go. Same play for Flit. Looking to try to bully the Pistols if he can.
Keeping an eye on it. It seems like they're pretty aware of Flit's position, but the counter flashes come through. Really nice from Perfecto. And Flit continues the farm.
Yeah, supported well. Frozen now trying to make something happen, but Perfecto setting his teammate up with a flash. Safeguarding the A side and doing enough damage for Brokey for Toro to capitalize. Just Twist. There's not much for him to do there. 7 up for Virtus.pro. They're not done in IEM Chengdu just yet.
That was not the round that FaZe was really looking for, to be fair. They take the half buy there so that they can have a really good buy in this round. And that'll be, I imagine, what the focus of the conversation in that timeout was around. So see if the fruits of their labor can get them to a 5th round here.
You see Carrigan right now, 1 and 7 in openers, which is not that uncharacteristic. He's having a rougher game, calling on the T side, but this is kind of his MO, right? He loves to play that sacrificial role on the T side. And the only thing you got to keep an eye out is whether he's traded well. That's the second time that Jacob's been isolated early round, though. He was trying to get a little bit of pace going on Catwalk, and VP were all over it. Carrigan trying to make something happen in the man disadvantage, but Flit cannot be faulted.
Yeah, this is looking like it's going to be 8 for VP, unless maybe Twists can activate here in ladder room. He's got that player close on short, and he will have heard the ticks from that Molotov, but just not quick enough around the corner to pick him up. Frozen in a dangerous position. Perfecto, comfortable frag for him.
Yeah, he's chilling up there on the couch. Kind of half-hearted for Frozen. Twist now over from stairs, had an opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. Not going to happen this time around. A nice recovery. VP on the second map, looking like they're the real deal. 8-4, trying to recover this series. Well, Mirage looking a little bit more awkward for FaZe than they would have hoped after a solid win on map number 1. They're now down 8-4 against Virtus Pro, and VP not going down without a fight here in IEM Chengdu.
Yeah, Flit, an outstanding performance from this man. I think at one point he started that half 0-4. So that means he went 17-1 out the rest of the half after the first 4 or 5 rounds. A lot of big moments from the rest of VP as well. They're not done here just yet.
This is bold from Frozen. Already a couple of players having crossed into apartments. Going to be a real problem for him. He's not in position. And so Toro will take him down. It's all on Carrigan, whose shots are not connecting. And you already know this is going to be a really dire situation for FaZe to find themselves in. That B defense just goes wrong.
The pain train just continues. Now onto the T side, and the aggression not going to stop anytime soon. Jacob does punish, at least for one. Demands some respect from VP. Nobody giving him anything. So many different angles for the T's to swing in tandem. Brokey only now just making his way through market, but there's just no clean angle of approach. The duelists come up with nothing. The most impact that they've really had is being handed over to Toro in that round, 9-4.
Yeah, I was going to say, FaZe typically do tend to do a little better on their CT side on Mirage. So, you know, a world where they can recover this one, but without that pistol, it's going to take them a good while to actually get involved in this half. We've just got a singular flash for Twists in this round, so probably looking at double digits for VP before FaZe really get to have a bite at this cherry.
Yeah, it's going to be a mid-crunch with the flash coming in from spawn side. Would really take VP kind of making it deeper into middle and kind of lackadaisically walking their way through to get caught by something like this. And a team like VP, they don't really like doing anything in the first 20-30 seconds of this round. Like, Twist is going to have to be mighty patient to find impact with this flash. And look, he's still holding on to it. They might do it off of someone's contact here, perhaps.
Yeah. Not seeing anything yet, FaZe, so no reason to toss that flash.
They're not even going to go mid. Just leaving that one lurker in towards underpass and regrouping towards A. Going to play this one pretty standard, just A execute with all the bits and pieces against the pistols. Couple mollies in some of the annoying positions should be pretty easy. One man and a flash.
Still waiting. Frozen's getting all the info now.
Could be used for the A flood instead. Still could have some impact.
Waiting.
He's still got it. Hold on.
He's good for it.
Hold on.
Twist is good for this one.
Just wait for this. He's been winding this one up for the whole round. Here it comes.
They're all ready to go through from CT spawn. There's the flash. And it's not been too successful, unfortunately. We waited a long time for a whole lot of nothing.
Oh, man. Good try, though.
NT.
VP, double digits for them. Good to see some resilience from these guys. I was saying, like, they've been front-running a lot of these games that they've been a little bit more successful in, and in this series in particular, great recovery. Everyone stepping up to bat. But first gun round for FaZe Clan, he said the CT side was pretty schmick and not going to have much room for error.
That's for sure. It's going to need to be perfect from here on out, and that is not the start they're looking for. Certainly not with the second from Flit. And it seems like this will be falling short pretty quickly for FaZe. Frozen will do what he can to try to recover it from short, but Brokey's in a real spot of bother, burning inside those flames. He'll go down. A side's going to be taken. VP heading toward map number 3.
Might just be save territory here, but how can you even save when Flit is on the prowl? At least in this map, he is really the thing that goes bump in the night, lurking his way through B apartments. Got his sights set on Carrigan, I would say, if anything. Frozen's in another postcode for now. It's just the perfect position. I don't think you're ever ready for this off angle. Carrigan's got his bloody knife out. One gun is all that FaZe will cling to for their hopes of securing Mirage here.
Hello!
Definitely feels as though Inferno is looming.
10 a.m. waking up with the fatal insomnia disorder. Fatal familial insomnia. Gotta stay fresh, gotta go downstairs. Oh my god, I'm in a dream! Holy shit, I'm about to die. Dementia! Dementia! Okay.